Welcome, 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 y'all. Hey, y'all, come on in. Yes, we are back. This is the I Am Enough podcast, and this is our journey together. This is our time together where we are discovering who we already are, not who you are waiting to become, who you already are. My husband often says, you're already what you're not yet. And I am super excited to introduce you to today's guest. Listen, this is an answer to prayer and a dream come true. My baby girl, Paris Victoria Jenkins, is with me today for today's I Am Enough podcast. Welcome to the party.
Hey, thank you.
I'm so proud of you. And as our viewers and listeners get to know you, I got to brag on you a little bit. Can I brag on you for a little bit? All right. Paris Victoria is a honors graduate from high school, currently a junior at the time that we're recording this content at Xavier University in New Orleans, Louisiana. And you're a globetrotter, world traveler, and a leader in so many ways. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the I Am Enough podcast.
Thank you.
How do you feel about being here?
Nervous.
No reason to be nervous.
Nervous, but happy you asked me to be a part of this.
I'm so happy you said yes. Now, you haven't always said yes to all of my requests.
Definitely not.
Can you tell me about why you said yes this time?
Honestly, I just felt like it was time for me to do it because I've said no so many times. And it wasn't that I didn't want to support what you were doing because, of course, I wanted to support. I repost it, I watch it, of course, like it, comment, everything. But I just, honestly, that goes along with the book. I just didn't feel like I was enough in the moment based on the amount of times I've said no.
Well, I am so excited. You're going to make me cry that you said yes and you feel enough today to be a part. I know sometimes we hear other people's journeys or other people's stories and we feel like, I'll wait. Mine isn't juicy enough or my story doesn't have that many details, but every story matters and every part of your journey is going to be a blessing that inspires somebody else. So this is a moment to celebrate, a moment of you stepping into your enoughness. Yes. Wow. Snap it up.
Clock that T.
Okay, clock that T. Enoughness is a book I wrote, and as you know, it talks about the state of being enough, like this, the way you show up in the world. And you are very much sure of yourself in many moments, and you are very much enough to say yes and no in ways that I would be shy at your age. Like, y'all, I so admire Paris's determination, decision-making, decisiveness, and your willingness to try new things. So you show up enough in so many circumstances to me. So I want to talk about like how no matter how enough somebody seems, there can always be like one area of their lives where they don't feel like they're enough. Like, so tell me, like, what was the reluctance for this or for anything? What was a time when you felt like you weren't enough?
I think at least for this, it's more so when it comes to thinking of validation. And on social media, I think it's very easy to judge people, to say rude things, and you don't even know them. So me saying no to being a part of it was just thinking about judgment in general. So I feel like at any point where I feel like I'm not enough, even in random things, other things, I think it's just the devil getting in my head saying like, oh, you can't do this. Oh, you shouldn't do this, which just pushes you away from whatever God has called you to do. So I think this is just honestly a step for me to not think about the devil, but more so think about what God has for me and my purpose.
I love that so much. And you know, you are not alone because even in me starting this, I had those same doubts. And I too do not like judgment at all. And so that can cause me to shrink back, even if I don't even realize I'm shrinking back in areas. So even my yes to even do the podcast, I had those same exact thoughts, same exact fears. And I also felt like I'm living my life in front of y'all, my children, my family, my husband. And so, like, if I'm going to be promoting the words that are in this book, then I also got to live it out and do some things afraid. Okay, so Paris.
Yes.
One of the things I admire about you is that you are not afraid to try new things.
Okay.
And so that comes across very enough to me. So tell me, like, what is it, or like what helps you when you are trying a new thing? Because you would try literally your whole life. You will try a new thing like every semester without hesitation, without reluctance. And it wouldn't even be somebody convincing you to do it. Like, it would be your idea. You will try a different sport each semester, a different club, a different activity. You're like, hey, I found this rug making class. And you didn't wait for somebody to go with you. You're like, it's at this time, it's this many minutes away. I registered. Like, you are not afraid to try new things. So tell me about that.
Honestly, my first thought is just, why not? Like, this is something I desire to do. I think it'll be fun. So just do it. Literally, like, just do it. But I don't really know if much thought goes into it. It's just like, why not? I might as well do it. And I feel like I'm very conscious of we don't get our time back. So I feel like it's important to not wait to do things you desire to do, because you don't want to regret it later in life and say like, oh, I wish I did this. Oh, I wish I did that. So.
Team no regrets.
Exactly.
I see a shirt. What do you think of that? Team no regret. Don't y'all want a team no regret shirt? I feel like
I'll wear it.
You'll wear it?
Yes.
Okay, then make it. Okay.
Oh, okay, period.
I'm putting you out there.
Oh, I'm making it. Didn't hear that part. Go back.
This is
if
what
you
happens.
make it, I will wear it.
No. This is what happens when you have an idea, you say something, and it sounds t-shirtable or wearable. That means it's your idea to do.
Right.
Okay? Y'all heard that? I got witnesses.
Yes.
Ain't no regrets. I like that. Okay, so literally, y'all, Paris will wake up with a decision and just do it, right? Okay, so not only are you not afraid to do new things, you also are the most determined, disciplined person that I know. So one day, y'all, Paris woke up and was like, I don't eat beef or pork anymore. And everybody in the house in this particular season of our lives was eating beef and pork. And she alone made this decision alone and has stuck by it. Okay, so where did that idea come from?
Honestly, when we were in Georgia, my best friend at the time, I was with them all the time, and their family didn't eat beef or pork, so I was just like, And then I think her mom got into a bunch of stuff about red meat and how, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. So I was just like, maybe I should stop too. So then I stopped.
That's a state of enoughness to decide that as an individual in the middle of a family who's eating all those things. Now, we did as a family have a season of life where we didn't eat beef or pork.
Right.
Right now, I'm porkless but not beefless yet. So I'm on a journey.
Period.
But, so we were on this. Okay, the kids had never had beef or pork, y'all, right? And so we had this amazing family vacation. Do you remember this?
Punta Cana, right?
Yes. But originally that Christmas, we were supposed to go to Bangkok. And there was this crazy flood that was like 9 feet high. And we had this plan of how we were going to be riding elephants and all these things.
I remember this.
And so when this disaster happened, this natural disaster happened, at the last minute, we needed to switch the location. And we switched to the Dominican Republic. And somehow, our beefless, porkless life of our whole kids' lives. At that point, they had never had beef or pork. There was one of those steakhouses that came around with the meat the whole time. What's that called? Like a Brazilian
And we
steakhouse?
were eating it up.
And they ate that steak for the first time.
Never went back.
Never. Well, you was like
after,
right.
But not until like a while later.
You just did it for some years, but everybody else was like, "That's what you've been keeping from us." So we became a beef pork eating family. We're gonna dial that back a little bit. I hope, prayerfully, we will help. We're at the time that we're creating this content is holiday season, so it's one of those things where it's like we'll try it after the holidays. Yes, to scale it back. All right, so one of my favorite memories of you in high school.
Oh my goodness, I'm scared.
Don't be scared. So this is I'm just celebrating you, and I'm inspiring others by talking about your enoughness in so many different settings. So Paris,
yes,
there was this particular moment during high school where you are the president of the Black Student Association, and you made an unexpected decision regarding Black History Month that wowed me, and I was in awe of your enoughness. Can you explain what exactly happened during that February?
Yes, so every year there is a Black History Month assembly, and it is planned by the president of the Black Student Association. So I was the president that year, and my mom was like, "Oh, I'm so excited about this. Like, hey, can't wait." And I was like, "Oh, it's not happening this year." And I think you were like, "Why?" or confused or something. And I'm like, I felt like the Black History Month assembly was performative, and it was just for pictures to show diversity on campus and show care for certain students on campus when that wasn't the reality of our experience on campus. So we planned a meeting with the head of school to talk about some of the things that could be better on campus for certain students. And the head of school didn't show up. So that was really a confirmation to me about priorities on campus, because I feel like if you agree prior and you don't follow through, that shows me that although we are students on your campus, we're not a priority. So I felt like the assembly would be performative, and it was just for show, and it didn't really reflect what the school's values truly were.
I'm in awe of you then and now, that you stood in your enoughness, even at your young age at that point. You're probably 17 or so. And you stood up to an entity that was decades, years old, and people who were much older than you. And although I didn't understand the why in the moment that you said, "Oh, that assembly's canceled," after you explained that, I was like, wow, she is enough. And I'm inspired because, like, I would just avoid a situation probably as my first line of defense and not call a meeting with the head of school to address issues. I would just be shopping for where else can we go. But I love that you had the enoughness to stand up to, an entity and leadership. And your voice matters and what you represent matters. Okay, so since you explained that high school experience, we can like have the summation that there was not a lot of people that looked like you in your high school experience.
Correct.
How did that play into your choice for college?
Okay, so for college, most of the things that I thought about were I wanted to go to HBCU. You went to Clark. And no offense, I didn't want to go to Clark because she went there, but I still knew I wanted to go to HBCU.
Okay.
And then
the Clark Atlanta University. Shout out to my Panthers.
All right. And then I wanted to live somewhere we've never lived. I wanted to go somewhere else. So, and then I'm interested in medicine. And Xavier is known for producing the most Black doctors and pharmacists. So I was like, And it's in New Orleans. Never lived there or anything. Don't really know too many people there. And it's a HBCU. So I was like, gotta go to Xavier. That's where I'm supposed to be. And then there were plenty of confirmations from God that was very telling for us, like, oh, this is where she's supposed to be. Even like different relationships dad started to build or different connections y'all started to build with people there. It was just like, oh, okay, she has people here and this is the college she's supposed to go to.
I love that. Okay, can you take me through a detail? Like, tell me about one of the confirmations at least. Like, when you're wondering where you're supposed to go or what you're supposed to do, and you have a decision in front of you, how do you like know that something is a confirmation for you?
For me, at least, I think dad didn't really go to New Orleans. Like, I honestly never thought about New Orleans at all. And then randomly, I feel like it was maybe in the summertime or even my second semester senior year. And he started going to New Orleans and he got cool with my Uncle Sam now. And they, he just started going there all the time and building those connections, doing music and other things, having meetings. So I'm like, this is random. Like, why would dad start to go to New Orleans all of a sudden? And yeah, that was one of the confirmations.
That was like out of the blue. He started using studios there, singers there. Shout out to Bishop Samuel Blakes and the Blakes family who we love at New Home. I'll definitely always prayed that wherever you would go to college, you would have a church family there. And you definitely have that there in New Orleans. I love that so much.
Yes.
Yes, shout out to Xavier. So I love that you are having the historically Black college and university experience, especially coming from the setting that you described earlier when you're calling meetings and fighting to be seen. How have you felt a difference in like not being a minority on a campus for the first time in your life?
I'd say yes. I think the main thing, as soon as I got there, I realized was beauty standard. So I think I found who I was more and how beautiful I really am based on the people I have surrounded myself with and in college. And prior to that, I think the beauty standard is very different. And I think you start to look at yourself like, oh, do I need to look this way? Do I need to look that way? Instead of seeing that God made you exactly how you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to look like.
I think you are beautiful too. Like
you too.
I love that. So your enoughness was realized and highlighted being around HBCU campus with more people who look like you.
Yes.
And everybody doesn't get that experience, but I'm so glad that you went from one extreme to the other where your beauty is appreciated. I mean, like, when I see you on campus, when I come and visit you, I'm just like, oh, can we have security here? Where is the Secret Service for my baby? Dad, my husband, your dad, he'll be like, ooh, look at Paris. I know she got a fan club. But before then, when we would say how amazingly beautiful you are and how you have a shape other people buy just naturally, you've always had this shape without even trying. I think before your own experience with people appreciating your beauty, I think you thought we were just saying that because we were your parents. I'm serious.
Yes, I agree.
You would be like, you're just saying that because you're my mom.
Right. Like, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
And I was like, when did the shift happen where you realize, oh, they was telling the truth. I am somebody. Like, was it an event or was it like an evolution?
I think it was more so an evolution. I don't think it was one event that was like, I'm that girl.
I'm her.
I'm her. I'm T. But I just think it happened over time. I think it just happened over time.
It just kept building.
Yes.
Okay, when did you know? Like, what? Like, give me an event that did happen that you're like, I have changed the way I look at myself.
Maybe summer before college, just because I feel like I was growing in myself a lot and finding who I was in Christ more and growing a strong relationship with Him. I think I was just like, okay. I don't know.
I love that. Okay, because the enoughness journey is not a journey without God who
Right.
created you. We serve a creative creator who created each and every one of us, and we're made in His image. So when we insult the way that we look, we're actually insulting God's artwork. Right?
Yes.
So I'm His handiwork. I'm made in His image. And so when I can compliment myself, I'm complimenting the creator's creative artwork. I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to be snooty. I'm not being an elitist. I'm just complimenting God's artwork.
Wow.
Okay.
Not sure if that goes with that, but okay.
I was super excited. Okay, so tell me about some of your future goals as you matriculate through Xavier University and you are standing in your enoughness in every one of the settings that you find yourself in.
I think some of my future goals include, or career-wise, right now, I'd like to become a family nurse practitioner and later own medical spas. You know, I've always been interested in skincare. So, owning medical spas will really allow me to use that passion for skin health in general. And I would like to travel more, honestly. And I don't know what else right now.
Yeah,
Just vibe.
leave it open.
Yes, I'm just vibing.
We were at an event and someone was talking about holding your plans with an open hand and that you have this amazing list with open hand of plans and anything that's on your plan that's not on God's plan, you have your hands open for God to take it off. You know, take off the list what's not on your list. And I'm holding my plan with the open hand. But I
like that.
love your list of things that you're interested in doing with your education because the scripture that a lot of people quote about train up a child in the way that they should go and when they're older they won't depart from it. They just talk about it sometimes from the point of like obeying God's word. But it also is applied to like train up a child in the direction that their natural gifts and talents bend. And I can sincerely say that your love for skincare and health is something that was like innately in you. It's in your DNA. Y'all, I can remember a day that we wanted to make cinnamon toast for breakfast, and we could not find the cinnamon anywhere, and we could not figure out. Like we was like, we just made cinnamon toast this many days ago. Where is the cinnamon? Child, you want to tell them where the cinnamon was?
My room?
The cinnamon was in your bathroom because you had been making a facial.
Oh my gosh, I know that burned. I
You
know
had
that
found
burned.
some recipe to make some kind of paste to put on your face, and we would be missing kitchen ingredients because you were already creating skincare. So that's in you.
Coming soon.
I can't wait.
Skincare line.
Yes, I can't wait to see the evolution of that moment to the shelf. And then the fact that you want to own a chain of medical spas, I think is so amazing because again, in your enoughness as a person of color, a lot of times there are spas, medical spas, treatments that don't necessarily cater to skin that's melanated. So
yes.
I'm super excited about that. I can't wait. I'm like ready to make an appointment right now.
Coming soon.
Yes, coming soon.
But that definitely is a reason why, like, being a Black woman, I think a lot of medical spas, although it's stated to be for all, oftentimes it ends up damaging our skin. So I think it's important to have a safe place where they can just come and get the treatments they desire without worrying if it will harm their skin or help it.
I love it. Okay, last question.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell little Paris?
I think the main thing I tell little Paris is your validation comes from God and God only. I think with social media and everything, it's easy to try to find validation from other people, random opinions, likes, comments, anything like that. So just understanding that your validation comes from God and to continue to seek Him at all times. And yeah, that's it.
I love it, Paris. Thank you for being a part of the I Am Enough podcast. That wasn't painful, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. We had a great conversation.
Yes,
And I
it was
know your
cool.
words helped somebody who's listening. So
I hope.
make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Share this conversation. And until next time, remember
You
you
are
are enough.
enough.